So for those of you who don't know, in the time I'm not working on creating a video essay for you all to watch on YouTube, I'm carrying my fighting game aspirations in a different direction. I am a professional fighting game player and play the game Guilty Gear Strive as my main game. For a while now, I have been considered the best Jacko player in the world and was the very first player to ever top 8 a major, a type of national event, with the character. But, as I kept playing, I wanted to set my goals even higher. I didn't want to be the first Jacko to top 8 a major, I wanted something more. I wanted to be the first player to win a major as Jacko. And so, I traveled from event to event, just barely falling short again and again, but I never took it sitting down. I worked harder and improved to reach my goal each time I was defeated. Fast forward to June 23rd, 2023, the first day of CEO, Orlando's premier fighting game major. I'm standing in the venue, prepared to try my best to win as usual. I play my matches through pools and make it out with a perfect record. Next is Top 96, and there I defeat my first opponent but lose to a very difficult matchup for my character. This was a crushing defeat for me as I hadn't even made it to Top 8 yet and I had already been sent to the losers bracket, meaning one more loss and I was out of the tournament. And worse yet, the opponents in my way were fearsome. However, I rose up and fought one after another, defeating Beepause, a powerful Testament player in a close 3-2 set, and Stealthy, one of the best Axel players in the world in a 3-0 set, then finally beating Cheerios Gold Lewis for my top 8 spot. Starting from losers bracket in my top 8 run would be more than challenging. I'd have to make it through 6 consecutive matches and come out on top every time if I wanted a chance at the championship belt, and all of the players who could stand in my way were just as worthy to win as I was. That being said, I knew I could do it. Looking ahead of me, I saw players that I knew I had the power in me to defeat if I could only hold it together for the gauntlet before me, and so I stood tall and prepared to give it my all one more time. This is the story of how I became the first Jacko player to win a national major event. Immediately going into top 8, I have to fight one of the most dangerous opponents in the tournament, because my first match is against LordKnight, who is a very powerful North American Baiken player, as well as a player with tons of legacy skill and had competed at the top level in a previous Guilty Gear game, Guilty Gear Xrd. This alone gave merit to LK's immense talent, but there was even more that I had to consider. LordKnight is friends with Nitro NY, who on top of being one of the best Dragon Ball FighterZ players out there, is also a very strong Jacko player here in North America. This meant that LK had more matchup practice than most of my opponents thus far, and was something I seriously had to consider going into the match. It wasn't a hopeless outlook from the start though. I had also been playing Jojo, EU's strongest Baiken, a lot recently, and I also feel as though Jacko has the advantage in the matchup. Baiken is a slower character with short-range pokes, and Jacko can outzone and outpoke Baiken if she plays her cards right. But it was early in the morning, and me and LK were coming into the match cold, as it was our first of the day, so it truly felt like anything could happen. I just wanted to see if we are at. We are. Okay. So, what's the round start here? 2K, a couple 2Ks. I set the minion. That was honestly really risky, but I just wanted to see if LK was ready to move. A lot of times, people will be going for IBs, and what that interaction right there told me, that Rising JS, that was sort of like an Icarus moment immediately. I was like, whoa, okay, LK is going to press here. LK is not going to try for the IB over and over again. So I won't do a lot of the 2K against LK. As you can see, I sort of end my Gatling there. I hit him with the bop, but right here, I'm actually, like, immediately put in a really hard spot. He did a good job here. He FD'd me out and forced me to use this gauge. That minion clap there, that was a little greedy. I wanted just a little more damage on the convert. I honestly shouldn't have gone for that. I should have saved that and gone for a reset. Or, I mean, set another minion. Obviously, in hindsight. But, you know, I wanted the damage because it's damage. I wanted the meter, mostly, to be honest. Getting up to 50 bar, obviously very important. Yeah, okay, I'm within too many buttons. That's an adaptation I make very late in the set, that I really should have made earlier. Like, in matchups where I outpoke the character, a lot of times you'll see me whiff a button into pressing another one. Like, after that 2K, I pressed 5H. That can work, but it's like a player thing. It's like a moment-to-moment decision-making thing. You should be doing that all the time, and that's sort of a mistake. Yeah. Okay, this was a big mistake right here. I should have just went for the 5K. I got greedy and thought I could get a run up, like a run up close slash, but I missed my dash. I should have just done the 5K. That really sucks, missing that anti-air there. That was unfortunate. Yeah. This was just not a good one to be going for. Yeah, I get thrown. Okay, bit of a scramble. Scrambled eggs. I don't want to use 2S. 2S will lose to a lot of things. Yeah. Okay, good. Very good 6B for me there. I want to watch that interaction again. Why did that combo drop? I don't know. I think that in this match in particular, LK and I were both playing very nervous, and I'm about to get him with that minion. Where did that minion come from?
The seatbelt is applied. A little bit of a weird interaction in the end.
Okay, I put him there, and then he's there, and then I clap. Yep. So there, that mash was actually really smart from LK. Because LK understood that after I had jumped there, I was forced to play in an RPS, sort of. Because I cannot land and press a button to bait the parry, obviously. And I can't throw. I can't throw before that kick comes out. Because of landing recovery and whatnot. Like, I really had to choose between pressing a button and losing the round to the death of the parry, or, like, doing nothing. And I chose to do nothing. LK chose to mesh. And then I get scared and backdash. Bad decision.
Yeah, I mean, she called her shot, ready to be cut free, go straight to it. I like that.
Okay, yeah. I think zoning Baiken is very effective in this matchup, and I also think zoning is just better offline, to be quite honest. Oh, here's big damage cash out. And I was so happy to see that that extra bar minion remaining. Yeah, and I go for the throw, and it can just be that quick. You know, you get the risk built, you get hit early. It was a counter hit close slash, so I mean, like, you should have exploded, but where's the 2D? I should have minion parried there. That was a really clutch minion clap there. Get the knockdown, get parried. This is like a round threatening moment. Yeah, as you can see, I'm scared. Okay. I went for an IB there. And then after messing it up, I never went for an IB on Tatami again the rest of the set. I missed that IB there, and I was like, okay, we're done with that. Because I was messing it up in casuals against a JoJo too, and I was like, no, I'll pull it together. Like, I'll pull it together in tournament. And then I didn't, and I was like, okay, we're just done trying. That was a sort of a desperate YRC, but a good decision. Okay. This minion parry sucked. This was a terrible decision. This was an awful decision. Baiken has not one, not two, but like 3 decisions she can make here that'll beat this. If she jumps, IIDs and presses JH. If she just sits there and waits, she can force the bar out of me, and she has no intent, like, she has no need to actually press into me because she's got 50 meter. And if she pressed 2H, she would have just killed me. This was a bad decision, and I was lucky that LK thought that I was going to jump and do a JD. Like, I put myself into RPS, and I was a little bit right.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, JD to catch that. No. Oh, man, yeah, and that hit same side. I can go for a close slash there, but I was just too nervous that it would drop. Okay, pretty early 2D, and then I get that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, right? Baiken can really call out that that minion parry. Went for an anti-air. I really shouldn't have, because I was low on gauge here. Yeah, backdash out. Okay, I don't disagree with that decision. I do disagree with that one. I feel like super wall break would have been the play there, but maybe I'm wrong. And then, yeah, I needed to press 2K again there. Pressing far slash there was the wrong decision.
Okay, cross up.
Yeah, so I used that clap there. That was sort of my response to, there were a couple of times earlier in the set where I mentioned, oh, well, I guessed wrong on the jump in because he either mashed or he parried. And so here I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do something that covers both of them. And then he blocked it. It's like, well, shit. Yeah, gets out. Okay. Yeah, I get this hit here. This is a huge hit. Must have went for a parry there and misinputted it. That could have been devastating for me if that came out. But yeah. So that's a throw bait right there, and then that's a throw whiff. So he was just, LK was right a lot in this interaction. Didn't go for a close slash combo there. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm just sort of blocking. That was really good. What do I do here? Okay. I must have, so in the corner, I must be exerting a lot of pressure on LK. I remember thinking this was weird in the moment. Because here, there are no decisions that need to be made by LK. Actually, my 50 meter. So I guess what LK was afraid of is I 2D and then the 50 meter lets me convert. But even then, I feel like JS was a bad idea. I think you just honestly let me out of the corner at this point. Okay, so yeah, this is an interesting decision for me. I figured that in this situation, like there's a combo that can be done here. I didn't want to end up getting bursted into the corner because that could be the start of the end of the round because I couldn't have, like, I might have to use my burst to win the round and then I might not even win. So I wanted to just get a minion behind and sort of feint here. This is like supposed to be visually confusing. Like this is an intentional decision to pull the minion here and then frame trap because like it looks like I'm vulnerable, right? It looks like I'm about to run away, so you start moving. Nope. Right, and then there's the round.
Go into the next round, keep yourself safe, consistent. Yeah, that's one of the things up against Jacko that you can't.
So that's sort of like an intentional visual trick I like to do is pull the minion and then frame trap. Okay, I stopped that. That was really smart for me, I think. I knew that I was plus enough to trade with a button with 2D and then also catch backdash with the 2D. Like I was aware of my spacing being like perfect there. So yeah, here we go. I needed to do lows against LordKnight more. Yeah, good burst. See, this is sort of this is exactly what I tried to avoid in the last round. Something like this, where I try to finish the combo, get bursted into the corner, and now it's like, I can't set a minion, Baiken's coming at me, right? And even before, I didn't have 50 meter before. And LK does have 50 meter here too, just about. You know, one more normal hit, and he will. And yeah, I get smoked. And do I die here? Nah, I don't. This is a yeah, and I get my YRC baited. Is what it is. I thought that it would be JS Yozansun, and I tried to YRC the Yozansun. Okay, that sucked. That was really tilting. Because I tried to 6P backwards here, and I think I whiffed a 5P. Did I whiff a 5P? No, I whiffed my 6P on the other way. How did I do that? Well, I tried to anti-air this, but I messed it up. So that was a frustrating moment of the set. Yeah, actually, well, you're supposed to. I had brought my own water bottle, and throughout the course of top 8, I had finished it, and then I just sort of like said to one of the producers, I was like, "Hey, can somebody get me a water? I need another water." And they went and they got me another water. But yeah, I mean, that's usually not what you're supposed to do. Like they don't give you a water, right? Okay, catches my backdash there. That's really good. I have a greedy minion set. I live this. And then, yeah, to that far slash, sorry.
Eddventure, like we said before, has been so aggressive at these reset situations. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, she is also part of that
JD, and I get I don't know. I mean, I recognize that was a mistake right there. That 2S. I did not mean to do that. That was just like an input error. My hands were shaky. It was early in the morning. I had not played today. This was my first match of the day, so it was a little bit floundery. So that setup right there, that will actually allow me to backdash a throw if they throw. Like, you can't throw me here. But LK mashed. LK seemed to have known about that, maybe, and mashed out. Okay, yeah. I go for the 5H there to catch that backdash. I was a little misspaced, and then so I just RC forward and do the throw. Good. Gets me a 50-50. Okay, this is something very important to talk about, because this is a significant thing that Baiken can do in this matchup. So if you, as Baiken, get thrown like this, you can do quarter circle back, P and S. If it's cross up, you parry it. And, right. If it is same side, you FD it. This is a really strong option that Baiken has here, and Jacko has to hard call it out, which, surprise, surprise, we might see that later in the set. I don't want to spoil anything. Okay, I want to see that back there again. I'm a robber. Yeah, I'm a bit of a robber there. That's okay. I could have gotten a kill there. 6B. Mashes out of the dust. That was good, and then I get the throw.
And you saw LordKnight during the start of the move right there. The PRC drift forward just brings Eddventure into throw range. Able to get that off before the button comes out. All sandwiched up. Yeah, you see LordKnight. He tries.
Okay, I get a. Well, let me watch that back again. So what's the round start interaction here? Okay, I JD and he does JS. I think that was supposed to be jump forward JS, which would have actually beat me there. Okay, he mashes after the minion clap. He probably thought I was gonna go for a run up close slash. Okay, that was really good. That was positive of me. I thought that LK would mash. So, this is a very risky thing that Jacko has to do sometimes. A significant weakness that she runs into. Committing to this 236k here, and if this 236k doesn't work, if they do not mash, I get fucked. Because even if they sit still, the 236k is either going to whiff, because they extend a hurt box into this, which is going to leave me Mongo whiff punishable, back throwable even, or on block it's -12. Why not the regular safe jump after the corner throw? Because I can get 2 minions out with the other one. And I wanted 2 minions there for the meter build, so that I could hopefully get up to an S cheer, or I mean an H cheer, and win the round off of that. Because 2 minions means I can extend the block string for longer, and that's the win condition that I valued in that moment.
LordKnight versus response, just want the momentum to build.
Yeah, Far Slash at max range will only get the guard break parry. Okay, I'm in the corner. I mashed there. I really should have mashed something else, because LK was correct here, and counter hit me with a little bit of a stagger. And now I'm sweating, right? I'm like, oof. As you can see, you know, I'm like grabbing my shoulder. That's what I do when I'm nervous, is I grab my shoulder. I don't know why. And I'm thinking about it. And what I remember, what I came up with was that I am pressing too much on my own minus frames. Like, as you saw there, I died trying to interact with that RPS. LK hasn't been showing strong options like run up throw. He hasn't been looping me with Yozansen. He's kind of just been doing frame traps and hoping I kill myself. He's been throwing in heavy committal options, sure, but a lot of the times he has sort of hung back and wait for me to make mistakes in managing my own meter, like let himself get hit a couple times. And so I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do. I need to stop, you know, pressing on my minus frames, and I need to clean up my zoning a little bit. And that's what I eventually come up here while I'm sitting. And then I immediately get counter hit. And I get counter hit again. Okay, I get the anti-air. And then I bop him back to full screen, he bursts. Getting out there is huge.
JP.
That air-to-air. I am shocked.
Okay, got the burst out,
Still.
through and is able to actually get out of
Like, me losing this interaction here was shocking to me, and I was like, okay, it's not that bad. I tech out. And then I saw the 5k conversion, and I was like, oh my god? Things might be over for me. This was when I started feeling, like, nervous. I was like, if you've got, like, no way you're hitting that. I was like, whoa. Okay, JD. Teching the throw there, that was sort of a desperate throw. Well, I mean, it was my best play. Yeah, and then I get my backdash caught there, so I'm on the ropes. Thank you very much, Igna.
He's playing perfectly around the character. Just in terms of Jacko,
so air dash back, yeah, and then I hit him with that. And now I've got him trapped. Yeah, and see there, earlier in the set, I think I would have committed to frame trapping LK again here. And it would have worked, actually. But I think my better economical play was to do this. So now I've got LK pressed more up against the corner. And I've got a better economy on my bar. Get the trap here. Yeah, mashed. And then, yeah, I get the frame trap. Good. So I'm still in this. I am not mentally out. So LK deciding to disengage at that round start was really big for me. Because I think LK honestly should have gone for a high committal option here. Reason being, I had way more to lose, right? I'm out of the tournament here. If I lose that round start, and neither of us have our bursts, but LK's closer. So if you play RPS with me there, and try to 2H me, or try to wait and whiff punish my 2K, or try to JS my JD, right? I think that is actually the path that you should be taking in a situation like that, or at least that's my philosophy on it, because the, like, this is a situation where, as Jacko, if I was in LordKnight's position, I would have gone for something like round start 2D or round start dash 5H to, like, hard call out an option, because just there's so much more at stake for me, and LK still got another game. So I think choosing to disengage and then just losing neutral after that was actually a serious misplay. Okay, minion clap catches the jumps. That's a lot of chip damage for me, actually. This was scary. Getting the JD there was huge. So they tell me that that's a dropped combo on this. They say here, hang on. I totally confirmed that, asshole. I was bait and burst like a scrub. Come on. You think I don't see this? You think I don't see big old jingling keys? Counter. Come on, but look at this. This is such an obvious burst point. You're telling me you don't burst here? Everybody bursts here. Okay, yeah, block out the pressure. Use some of my meter. I remember in the moment I was very scared that I had just used my meter, but then I saw LK had to RC, and I was like, okay, this was good overall because I still have positive tension pulse. LK has negative tension pulse now, and I have more meter overall anyways. And then I get out, and so I'm like, okay, well, this is huge because I'm building more meter by blocking than LK is by running offense. I go into negative penalty. I'm fine. I'm okay with that. I bait the parry there. That was huge. I did that 100% on purpose because I figured that LK would choose a defensive option here, scramble, either mash, parry, or do something. And so it's like, okay, what do I have to beat that? Well, if I just delay in 5H, I'm fine on block. It's whatever. I can run away again. But I can whiff punish the mash, I can catch the backdash, I can beat the parry. And LK did choose the parry. I get the burst here, and it's like, okay, huge. So I'm running away here. Don't really care about my meter. Ooh, this was really scary. Getting hit there was so terrifying, but then... Yeah, okay, here it is. I can't tell. It looks like LK maybe just messed up. Because, I mean, my intention here was to get the meter out. and then use my own meter. I was really hoping that LK would parry RC, and then start doing some pressure, and then I was going to burst LK away, and then I was going to start playing neutral with minions and meter, and just spin that meter and start snowballing with the minions, and then win the round from there. That was my plan with this meter bait, but don't even need to, right? Oh, catastrophic drop. This is so awkward, though. If the minion had gotten hit by, the retracting hitbox of this 5k, this would have been a kill. I might have just had to, do 5k minion pull and then get a meaty setup, but I was very scared at this moment. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, see, you can, there's a little bit of desperation there. Yeah, desperation. And then I'm thrown, and I'm like, oh, shit. But I'm still in this. I've got life. Here, I know that I am, looking at this Yozansen. Jacko's pretty tall. This Yozansen is higher up than LK would have liked it to be. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to challenge here. And I trade. And I was right. If LK had pressed, 6p, I think was his only call out here, I think this match was actually a very good decision. And the trade was all he needed. Eddventure, staying alive. And here, I'm pretty locked in at this moment. That was so clutch. Knowing that LK would go, because throughout this set, LK has attempted to catch my jump backs a lot with JD. And so I'm like, okay, I'm very minus here. I'm just going to own it. And then I whiff 2k underneath to try to check a dash is what I was actually doing there. And then I see the air dash, and I'm like, all right, that works out. I mean, that's why I chose that option. Covers multiple. And then I boom him with the 5H. Get the burst off early. This was also huge. The decision, the feeling that LK wouldn't really want to commit it running at me here, and instead IADing at the Kabari. Okay, this was a terrible mistake. I thought this would be single hit 5H, so as soon as I saw the one hit, I pulled into minion, but I actually just got the first hit of the 5H. Oh, yeah. I felt really smart about this. I knew about the risk situation, and I knew, so a very important thing about this super is that it recovers my gauge. For every minion that comes back, I believe it is half a bar? Yeah, it's half a bar for every minion. And so I get the refund here off of this 6p as well as the damage, which turns the 6p into no pressure, into a lot of damage, and extended pressure. And I go for a 5D. He stands up to get out. I delayed that 2k a little bit, actually. I thought that maybe he would mash. And so I didn't want to press right away. I wanted to maybe feel for a whiff punish or get him to wiggle a little bit, and wiggle he did. So an early perfect had me feeling really good. Also that 2D. Oh! Woo! This is where, yikes. I'm sure that you know that this was a misinput. So here, I saw this, and then I was like, oh shit, I need to confirm. And then I went to press 2k2d. And so... Oh, you can't see my... It doesn't work. I press K, and then I press D. But unfortunately, my hand is still on the K button when I press the D. And I burst. And I'm like, oh shit. Changes have gone through for Eddventure. He is kind of feeling himself right now. That gold burst was wild. That gold burst was not on purpose. Yeah, I need my meter back here. That jump was so smart. Because I was really hoping that LK would try to parry here. And that he didn't realize that I was too spaced out for the 5k to even connect with him. And as such, he would get hit by the minion, which isn't parryable. And then this really sucked. I could have totally anti-aired this. But I was nervous. My hands locked up. He got nervous. His hands locked up. And then, hang on, it happens one more time. He blocks it. I get nervous. I fuck up. Oh! Oh my god, this is like, this is what fear looks like. Both of us were absolutely shivering our timbers. Our timbers had been shivered. No, this was totally not a misinput, I don't think. I don't think LK misinputted this one. I think LK whiffed the throw, saw that I fucked up, and then immediately gold bursted because he thought I would be 2D'ing at him. But I'm still running away because I'm a big coward. But I'm here in the corner, out of meter, out of resources. I get hit by the throw bait. I'm in fear. I got the Kabari. This 5k whiffs. I recognize that this 6k whiffs. And so I jump here. LK did not see that. And the Kabari happens. I'm not over there. I don't know. So I'm over here. This is going that way. Ideally, this would be going that way. It's actually going that way. And so, I get the kill. And LK is pretty upset about it. Yeah, he says, nah.
He said, nah. You saw him.
He says, you got so lucky right there. That's what he said. And I say, I know, bro, but I recognize the situation. That's what I'm saying to him right now.
He went for the dab, but he was like, nah. He was definitely not happy about the option going the wrong way to close out the set.
While the match was both very close and very scrambly, I managed to shake off the nerves and come out on top at the end. I continued on in the bracket and waited in losers quarterfinals to play Test Your Luck. This would be a match I could not afford to make mistakes in. Test Your Luck is a Nago player infamous for taking big risks throughout the match and banking entire rounds on catching a sloppy escape, mash, or similar option, then scaring you into submission and steamrolling you. However, I felt confident going into this match. In the Jacko-Nagoriyuki matchup, Jacko plays her best when Nago gets stuck at a high blood level, and with Test Your Luck's highly committal style, I knew I could rely on him getting himself stuck in these risky situations. Then, it would just be up to me to squeeze out and win. This match was interesting. So Test Your Luck is a player who plays very, very, very interestingly. He likes to gamble a lot, and really banks it all on, like, successfully, like, he spends all his blood, and then he either has killed you, like he's gone for a burst bait and it's worked, or he bites you, or he loses the round, right? And he will pop again and again and again and again. And personally, I feel like this is not a sustainable practice, like not a sustainable play style, especially so in this matchup. So my philosophy on fighting Nagos that play like that is save your burst until they do get up to high blood. Because they're gonna spend all that blood. They're gonna spend it, and then they get to high blood, and then even if you've taken like 60-70% of your life bar, like you've been getting hit. Now, usually you haven't been getting hit, because you need to force them to use that command grab so you block. You let them spend their blood on their resets because they want you to mash, because they want you to be, you know, just they want to end the round as fast as possible. It takes them more time to end it with the command grab. But then when they get up to that high blood, you just burst. It doesn't matter if it's block. Like if you're bursting them on block, it doesn't matter if you're bursting them on hit. Ideally, you're bursting them on hit. But you burst when they're at that high blood. And then they got to play neutral with 2 blood, which is really bad for this matchup. And yeah, he's Fukuing away. He comes after me. I let myself get hit, and then I burst. And now, look at the blood, right? I do my thing. He goes in. He Fukyus. He blood pops. 91 seconds he blood pops. 91. 91. So, I go for a dash throw here. I miss my timing. I get gold bursted. I'm still not scared at all. I'm not worried about this. Honestly, I'm like, whatever. Like, okay. Bro really just did that to me. 89 seconds on the clock. Blood pop. Gold burst. Come on, man. I block the overhead. Because of course he's going to do it. Because you can't resist. I block the lows, because of course he's going to do it. Can't resist. I set the minion. I think this was really smart, actually. Because there's nothing he can do to hit me here. But I know that he doesn't know there's nothing he can do to hit me here because his eyes are clouded. His eyes are clouded by desire. Look at all that blood. Look at all that. Instantly gone. I get the IBs. Yeah, look, he's spinning the blood. Spinning the blood. Oh my god, man. Ah! Dude! People are allowed to play in their own ways. I didn't have to play this round to win. 'Why? 74 seconds on the clock. That is 2 blood pops and a gold burst.
Do it, Eddventure. Sees 2 pops in 1 round. That equals a dub for me. A ruthless aggression reference. We gotta keep bringing the heat. Oh, okay. Who kills forward? JD.
Dude. Oh. If it was a 6P, you know, yeah. Yeah, you 6P me there. Okay, you anti-air me there. He was not considering the implications.
Okay.
Bro did not know.
JD, anti-air Beyblade.
And at this point, I'm like, you'll see at the end of this game. At the end of this game, you'll see. Okay, I backdash. I thought this would be a command grab. I guess I really shouldn't have. He had just gotten rid of a lot of blood. Yeah, this is really bad for me. I get hit low. YRC, YRC. So this was a huge opportunity for me. Do I get the burst out here? I can't remember. Oh my fucking god, man. Dude. Dude. Don't be like this. Okay. I forgot about that. And the dust. Whatever.
He has the sickest dust too. He does. Oh, okay.
I'm doing the zoning. That's so fine. This was really bad, actually. But as you'll see, yeah, that burst bait was actually really good because his blood was very high, and so it was like, yeah, I'm bursting here no matter what. Like, that was actually a smart burst bait. I catch him with the 2D on the Fukyo. I don't know why he Fukyo back, then Fukyo forward. I fuck up the fuzzy because you always fuck up the fuzzy. And look at his beautiful fingers. I was throwing. I was doing a throw. That's what I was doing. Now, I want you to remember what I looked like when I got knocked a game off of LK. I did not. I was not worried. Look at how fast I'm matching that rematch. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, there we go. I get the hit on the Fukyo. That was a mistake there. This actually happens a lot as Jacko when you're trying for a setup like this. The minion, if you FD, will get bounced out of range, and then the frame trap won't work. But he did not recognize. Go for a throw bait. Backdash the Beyblade there. I don't know why he was pressing there, but okay. Okay, text the throw. That's fine. I thought that close slash would be blocked. Get the throw.
Wow, and just getting ball, the flags come out, and here we go. The rest
and now I bait the YRC. I had a feeling a YRC was coming really fast, and so after this, I was just going to keep spending claps, and then maybe occasionally throw in a far slash or something. So the idea here is that you are just on the cusp of that 50 meter. And you are also on the cusp of being chipped out, so if you didn't YRC there, I just do like 2 or 3 more claps, and you are either chipped out, or you have used that YRC. So that's like a pretty safe checkmate to keep the opponent from being able to use their meter. I thought I got hit by that Beyblade, which is why I bursted, but it's not a big deal, because he used a... Did he use 2 Fukyos on a Beyblade? He better not have used 2 Fukyos. No, he used 1. Okay. Is he popping? I thought he was popping in that moment. And now, like, he's lost this round. That sucks for me. That also sucks for me. Like, this is about the... But yeah, like, man. Come on. You gotta be more conservative in this matchup. Like, I'm watching that. I'm watching that bar. My character plays, like, almost about their best when I've got that, like, against Nago, 2 blood. Okay, get the burst there. That would have been another really smart burst bait. Good IID there, because I knew he would press 5H to try to kill the minion and hit my approach. Okay, I get the meter out. I'm up-packing a lot because I recognize that at such high blood, the only thing that I really can't afford to get hit by is, okay, that was an execution error. I just can't afford to get hit by the command grab. That's the only thing. Because otherwise, I'm fine. Okay, I go for a 2D. I hit Nago out of his 623H. Now, this was huge. Hitting Nago out of 623H, this was a huge conditioning moment. I don't know if you noticed. I noticed throughout the set. This was like a hard mental read. Test Your Luck, I'm sure, was very shook by this 2D in particular. I backdashed every single other round start, and he Fukyo backed every single other round start. And on the 7th one was the only time that I pressed, and I pressed the exact thing that beats the thing that he pressed. So I was basically trying to make a statement with that, and especially because I had less burst than he did, I was just like, I am in your head. You do not know what's going on here. And I broke the wall here to also solidify that. Like, it would have been stronger, honestly, for me to have kept the corner here. But I was like, I don't want to give you the room to, like, collect your thoughts. I want you to go right back into the game, and I want you to make some choices. And look, you're making choices. Some bad choices. Now you're at high blood, and now you're at full screen. Okay, that sucks for me. But I super PRC and he catches it. That was good. I get caught in the air. That's fine. He breaks wall here because now I back off a little bit. I blocked the close slash there. all 3 of them, my children. And then, yeah, I mean, at this point, like, yeah, he goes to kill the lower one. I get him with the higher one. I love everybody. I don't want to dunk on people. I just don't think it's the right decision for this matchup. Yeah, what he said, exactly. He has been so scared and conditioned of me that he has been Fukyo backing every round start, and I'm not checking that. Like, I'm not worrying about that because I am so fine with that. Because he is spending blood to get farther away from me. I want to be farther away from him, and I want him to spend blood. Those are my 2 win conditions in this matchup. Like, 2 of my biggest. And he's just doing them for me every round start. And so it's like, you know what? Keep doing it. Yeah, he jumps. I get the anti-air. Follow. And then, yeah, he messes up the burst. Okay, so this is a big part of something that frustrates me with Jacko. You see the minion right there. I'm doing my combo. So my combo route here is close slash 2H 236K. The minion bounces him off the wall again. Close slash 2H super, and that would have killed. That was my way that I can kill here. Bye bye. Oh shit! Right? Like I'm thrown into the 9th circle of hell, also known as corner. And so I'm mad. I am mad. He got to my head here. Like, if he was able to punish my bad decision here, this could have been, like, a huge turning point in the set. Because I'm mad. I'm like, I just got fucking backdash back thrown. I'm gonna backdash back throw him! And then I backdash and realize he's not there, and I press 2K. I go for the fuzzy overhead. Doesn't work. Okay, he caught my run-up throw attempt. I'm in the corner here, but I'm fine. I think I burst here, actually. Do I? Nah, I think I thought about it. Oh, okay, yeah, I jumped the command grab. I pressed 2D there. I thought he would 2D6H there. you know, I'm command grabbed, but it's fine because he's spending blood like a fucking maniac. Yeah, he thought I would burst there. I didn't. I knew he needed that. I knew he needed the blood, so I backdash here. Hey, glad to have you here. So, yeah, he Fukios at me. I block. Backdash. I shouldn't have spent meter here, but it's kind of just like an impulse thing. I see the hit, and I spend the bar. It's like a hit confirm, but, you know, I shouldn't have. I dropped the combo. Yeah, anti-air 5H, but I block it. Yeah, you could have, so he could have Fukyo backed and baited my burst, but if he did that, he would have to Fukyo forward to punish me, and then at that point, he would have popped before he would have been able to kill me. And so, all in all, I think I just overall made the right decision. Now, I don't know if TestYourLuck does this on purpose. He clearly super jumps here to get in, like, to try to get me with the blood pop. But he was ready for something that I could have never imagined him to be ready for, because I had never seen this interaction. He cannot burst after, like, going into Blood Rage, and I was just going to back throw him. The blood pop hits the shield, deflects him, puts him in a parryable state. And he bursts me in the corner. I didn't even know... I thought the blood pop would kill the minion. Like, I thought it would just go through. I thought it was considered a super and would go through as such. I had no clue. And so, that happens, but then he misses the fuzzy over... Or he misses the overhead, and I kill him.
Coming out on top versus TestYourLuck felt great, but I knew I couldn't get cocky, because I was headed straight into what I believed to be the biggest threat to my tournament run. Not only was this a player who had experience in the Jacko matchup, but this was a player who played a character that matches up well into mine. Supernoon is North America's premier Bridget main, and is a force to be reckoned with. He has serious legacy experience under his belt dating back to the Marvel 3 days, and I knew I couldn't risk to make any mistakes in a situation like this. Not only was I up against a powerful player and a tricky character, Supernoon had a secret weapon up his sleeve. Noon had previously mained Ramblethal, one of Jacko's absolute worst matchups, and I knew that at any moment he could attempt to shift momentum in his favor by switching to the character. This was a match I had to be careful in above all else.
Each other. But I think Noon should have been trying... Okay, that really sucks. That really rocks that my backdash didn't get caught there. But yeah, so like I'm playing away, I poke him back, and he backdashes again. I catch him, poke him back, hit him there. That's a huge hit. That right there, that was not good. If I was holding back there, instead of... I was holding forward because I was doing 2k6h, and I just kind of got sloppy and didn't return to back. I could have blocked its burst and killed Noon here.
100%. Yeah, that's a great point. This matchup can be played, honestly, at such different tempos.
Yeah, I 6p the 5h.
6p from long distance, and then 6p in the minion right back. I like it. That's RC.
Go towards the rolling Bridget. Out of my face, and then I bait the throw here. So this is what you saw earlier. It didn't work against TestYourLuck, I believe, or was it LK? But see, I run into throw range, and then I jump, and I do minion clap. So ideally, you see me running up, and then you delay tech, and then you get smoked. And Noon actually throw techs a lot in this set, which is something that I noticed later on and went for baits, but I just kept messing it up, which was getting really frustrating. So yeah, I play the zoning game. I get the minion behind him. This is obviously a huge win condition in any matchup. That jump over is huge, so I just start running away from Noon to hopefully start dragging the corner towards him, and I do. And so I pop, and I decide here, you know what, I am going to cash out a little bit on damage. That's quite a bit of damage, quite a bit of meter build, and I get a little bit of setup here. Right, pop him back, I've got my meter back.
Oh, and look at that. Uses the minions just...
Yeah, I'm minus 12 there. He wasn't paying attention to my bar, I guess. Expected me to go for some reset. But yeah, like, as you can see, I'm continually in negative penalty, and then he also gets negative penalty later on, if I'm not wrong. So I use S-Cheer, keep him in the corner. No, he gold bursts here. Yeah. That was huge. So what I have shown Noon throughout this entire set so far, or this match, I suppose,
is that I'm backing up, right? Like, I am backing to full screen so that the yo-yo throw doesn't hit me, and I can set a minion back there and then start to play neutral against the roll. And I've been winning interactions that way, so that's what I'm going to keep doing, right? So I decide to, from this screen spacing, press 2D, because I think he's going to roller skate, and he roller skates. This is a really interesting interaction with Jacko. This is very, very Happy Chaos-esque. I've got the reticle on him, basically. Obviously not as strong, to be quite honest. But you know, he is trapped. He has room to move, but not much. And so I've got him stuck here. He doesn't want to do anything. I can't believe this air throw whiffed. I couldn't believe this air throw whiffed when it happened. I was like, wow, it was below me. But, yeah. Okay, and then it misses TK yo-yo throw is what I assume that was. And then something very interesting happens here.
Oh, dude. What happened? Why is he making this face? He's looking at the camera, then Noon switched to the Ramlethal Valentine.
Yeah, Noon did switch to the Ramlethal Valentine. I really did not expect this. This was exciting for me. And to be honest, I think my chances were a lot better because of it. I think this was a misplay. I think this was a poor decision. Obviously, it's the other person who makes the decisions. And, you know, your character choice is not something that I can control. If you think you were ready, then, you know, you're ready. It's a much worse matchup, yes. But me and Noon had been playing casuals all weekend, and I didn't win casuals. It was always even. Like, you know, we'd play 10 games and it would end 10-10, or we'd play 5 games and it would end 5-5. So, like, the outcome of this set was, like, kind of 50-50. And so I guess Noon thought that he could push it over the edge by switching to Ramlethal, but Noon hasn't played Ramlethal in, like, 6 months. I have been playing Jacko this entire time. And I have been playing SQ, I have been playing Solstice, right? And these are all the top Ramlethal players here in the region, and it's just like, I am warmed up in this matchup. And, I mean, Noon just wasn't as, like, he wasn't de-rusted enough for this pick to have worked out. He does get a game. And I would honestly, obviously Noon has the fundamentals, right? Noon is making the right plays and pressing the buttons in the right ways and all that stuff to win. And honestly, this first round is actually really bad. Like, I get fucked up this first round. But even still, after I get fucked up this first round, I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I think that it doesn't really matter. Like, baits the burst immediately. I'm like, oh shit. But here's the thing. Drops the combo immediately. And then counter hits me with a -1,000,000 move. And I'm like, okay. And then misses the super. And I'm like, okay. Okay, I can lose this round. That's fine, because Noon is rusty.
Super available, not gonna spend it, wants to save it.
I considered switching to Anji, but I was like, no, I don't need it. Yep, get the 5H there. See, that's kind of like a service level thing. Yeah, too high for that, and then spins the meter anyways. Like, you see what I mean? I get the throw here. Okay. Okay, JD. Sword throw. Minion clap. Bonk, bonk. Okay, that really sucks. That minion bouncing, because of the backdash, like bouncing too far, is a big problem for me. Do I get the anti-air here? No, I don't. Good backdash. That's always really good. Backdashing Jacko 236k is always a really good decision when she doesn't have the bar to, or when she doesn't have, like, resources to catch it. But obviously when she has meter, it's very, very bad decision. Anti-air, run under, he blocks it. Yeah, throw tech. Noon throw techs a lot. He throw techs again in like 2 seconds. 1, 2. Yeah, told him. Okay, I don't have bar here. This is, or minion bar, sorry. This is dangerous. Yeah, get him. He throws the sword. Bad, very bad decision, I think. I didn't even have the bar to do anything with the minion, and I didn't have a bar to pull another minion, and so, like, throwing that sword was kind of just like a, oh, you know, I'll give it to him. I could have RC'd here for the corner carry, but here's the thing. My thinking right here is if I get one clean hit out of Noon, I win the round before he even gets to use that 50 meter, whereas I cannot kill off of this 5H hit if I spend meter. So I hang on to it, which is something that I had been talking to Umisho about before. If you spend your meter, what's going to be the outlook before? Like, are you okay with defending against or running your offense against this character while they have higher bar than you, right? While they have positive tension pulse. And in that moment, my answer was no. I was not okay with that. I kind of fuck up there, the 2-6K whiffs, and I have to course correct. But that was crazy. I can't believe both of us whiffed. Yeah, and then I get the, I can't get the kill here. I forgot, yeah. This was really bad. I missed my dash here. That 5K was supposed to be like a dash 2K, but I missed my dash. And then I mesh. I thought Noon would go for a backdash catch, and it seems I was right because he was holding forward. I didn't even counter hit him out of anything. It's not like he would mistimed his button press. Counter hit him with a far slash. That's huge. Keep him in the corner. Yeah, that dust was plus. That dust was probably even, actually. That dust wasn't spaced perfectly. Ram could have probably mashed out with something. It was probably even or like maybe -1. But I felt like that was fine enough to mash on. Okay, throwing the sword. Yep. Stand there, back throw. He defends on the cross up. Get him with the low. He IBs, and there it is again. There it is again, the minion despawning. I was going to do 2-6K into 2-1-4K and then back up. I was going to clap. But he disappears right as I do it, and so I have to quickly pull a minion and try to get away, and obviously Noon says no. Right? I set a minion here. I parry the sword throw. Now I'm sitting in a really good spot, actually. Like, I'm fine with being in the corner when you don't have one sword. And then, you know, I get the hit and I get the confirm. Yeah. That micro dash is actually deceptively tight, so I was I was happy that I got it. Okay, 2D and he back throws me. I am the undisputed goat of defending against Ram in this particular moment. Because I do that. I know that I can burst that hit. I parry. I fuck up there, so forget everything that I just said about being the undisputed goat, because I kind of blow. But I push him away with the FD. This was really good. He can't kill me off of that. The backdash forces him to commit the meter. Try to backdash out. I guess I should have pressed there, but I mean, I was caught in a rock, between a rock and a hard cock, or whatever they're saying nowadays. I block the dust. So I keep blocking. I backdash that. I get the burst out. This is huge. I'm like, okay, I can lose the round now. That's fine. But I keep blocking, and I'm looking at that. Now I get the IB. I should have just YRC'd here. But I get the IB, and I'm like, I can back throw. I want to back throw. But because Ramlethal is a broken character and really stupid, she's not. Don't worry about it. It's like whatever at this point. But because in this moment Ramlethal is a broken character, she can throw bait here, and I fucking explode because I've been blocking for 5 years. Because of how much the defense will not always win you there. Yeah. Historically, so Noon is throwing sword a lot. Noon. So this playstyle of Ramlethal, I'm introducing a new term to the community. Doing this as Ramlethal as your neutral style, this is called single sword Sammy. SQ is a single sword Sammy kind of player. Noon in this match was single sword Sammy. So Noon is playing a single sword Sammy in these games. Baits my throw. But no confirm. Yeah, see? Rusty on the Ram a little bit. Good blocks. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That 2-6K and backdashing there isn't always the right play, because if I have meter, I can own you. And I get the low. Yeah, and then I get mortabatoed. And then it's like, you know, what are you gonna do? Return to neutral. I get the hit. I can't safe jump here. Jungle scaling is too high, so I have to use my minion clap. That sucks. He blocks that. That was really good.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's going to be movement. Elysium driver in the cut. That is
So that really sucks. That was supposed to be an air throw. I get the ID, though.
scary.
And then I try to throw him, and I thought he wouldn't press close slash so quickly. And he baits the throw. And so I do take a moment here. Yeah, actually, I hit rematch immediately, and then look. And see, like I'm talking to him, and he nods his head. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm going to wait for you. And I was like, yeah, good choice. And we both take a drink. We're both sitting there. We're thinking about it. I'm running low on water, as you can tell. This is about when I asked for my second water.
The experience in scrambles. He's a guy who we always talk about people's experiences in other games. He's played a couple games.
So yeah, single sword Sammy. I think single sword Sammy is the wrong way to play this matchup. I think sword throw is a very powerful check in this matchup, but you can't overuse it, because in that case, I just start waiting for it. And Noon in this match was overusing it. Yeah, like there it is again. You just got the sword back, and now I'm trying my hardest to keep that sword and just sort of play around the screen. Making it out, catching the backdash. I tried to go for the throw bait. That sucks. That was a grounded hit, so I couldn't. Ooh, which water tasted better? They were different brands, because one was the water that I had brought, and one was the water that they had given me. Ah, I wasn't paying attention, man. That sucks. I mistimed that because of the RC slowdown.
Before about you can't block for Eddventure, given one of his own, but he does end up clubbing it up at the end. Attempt. Still down, bro. Oh no, all three of them
and then I hit the dust.
Situation. Talk about one of the best round closes in stride.
Okay, yeah, I 6P, and I'm like, you know what? No, he's going to be pressing a big button. I have decided. And so I backdash at 6P again. Yeah, I get the 6P.
Wow, the 6P double up. A very popular...
Okay, so I fucked this up twice this round. I tried to backdash here. I knew Noon would try to tech, and I tried to backdash. I thought he was too far for this to work, actually. I thought he was too far from the corner, so I backdash. Like, I thought he was going to have to land and press, like, 5k, but I was wrong. I was just fucking around. I was fucking around on that one. Whatever. Yeah, catch him on that. Bait that. That was huge. I go for the raw super punish here. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will disagree with this decision, because close slash 2H Elysium driver would have been unskilled driver as well. So this would have taken that damage to like damage in the orange. So our life bars would have almost been even. But here's the thing. This is another situation of like, am I comfortable being in the corner after burst? Because the close slash 2H Elysium driver lets him burst me on the Elysium driver. And if he gets it right, if he chooses to burst on the Elysium driver, then I am in the corner. I didn't do any of that damage. I'm in the corner against Ramlethal, and I didn't do any of that damage. Risk is gone. My meter has been used, right? So I just go for the raw super. And even though it's not as much damage as I could have got, and okay, there I tried to backdash again. And I die. So it's like, okay, well, I fucked up my throw bait twice in a row. That's really annoying. But, you know, let's just not do it again. Get the 6P. I think if I recalled, I could have blocked that burst, but, I mean, I just didn't see it coming. Yeah, he was standing up trying to backdash. So this was actually huge. Huge recognition for me. Because in this moment, I was like, my eyes are red. I'm like, I can catch dude with this. But I knew in the moment that that minion was about to despawn. Which is like one of the hardest things I think to keep track of. Because even, like, let's see how long this minion had been here. That's the minion right there. So he was on 2 claps. So, like, this was a really hard manual counting time. Like, this was a very big part of awareness for the set where I was like, okay, I'm kind of, like, turned on right now. Huh? Okay, well, I am kind of enabled in my gameplay right now. Don't forget about what I just said.
By the minion, I should say, so
I parry the sword toss.
Going to spin the sword to and even get rid of the minion because again the guard came out. Oh, that was JK on a weird hitbox. Doesn't quite get anything for it. And I don't know if that combo didn't work because he didn't have the sword. That's what it looked like.
Okay, I really love that setup. That's such a fun. It's not even like amazing, but it's just so fun to do. Like when I see an opportunity like this, and I'm like, I can go bonk bonk, and then that's like the double trouble, right? And it ended up actually winning because Noon tried to kill that guy, whiffed, and then I get the hit. I couldn't have connected a close slash there. My 5k was too low of an air hit for that to work, but I didn't realize that. But not a big deal, right? I get my hit. So when I did this dust, I was actually mortified because I thought that I had fucked it up. Like I thought Noon was going to tech out of the corner, but no.
I had defeated Super Noon, which meant I made it to finals. If I was able to win this match, I would earn my spot in grand finals of the tournament, meaning the stakes were high and nerves were even higher. My opponent? Another player with legacy experience from Marvel 3. Marvello is a top North American chip player, and a true threat to my success. That being said, I felt confident in my ability to win. I felt as if I have stronger matchup experience than Marvello, and I also had a big read on his playstyle that I knew would benefit me in the future.
Marvello in specific does not play whiff punish games. He does not play outside of my button range and then just wait to whiff punish me. He directly interacts with me button to button and hopes to beat me out by like far slashing after my like 2D'ing my 2K, or far slashing when I'm pressing my far slash or 5H. That's the wrong decision. Yeah, DP. Okay. Yeah, good check on my backdash. That's a huge thing. See, but you see what I mean, right? Like he's pressing into me. He needs to be waiting. He needs to wait. I am the stop sign, and you will respect me. But yeah, look, like he's pressing into the minions. He is constantly interacting with me as a character with such low life. He's making decisions early, which I think is the wrong thing. You want me to be forced to make the decisions. You don't want to, because like, there are matchups that Jacko has where she wants to force the opponent to make decisions. This is absolutely one of them. So the counterplay is obviously force her to make the decisions. Stand around, wait a little bit, make her commit with setting the minions. Use your speed to get to her when she does that, when she opens herself up, right? I would say matchups where Jacko outpokes the enemy are all consistently like this. Yeah, I bait the burst.
Business here. We villain society, Eddventure, first blood. With Chip, I know, right? Not that it matters with him. Your boy ain't got it like that, but still.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, see, he's pressing into me. He's playing the button to button. He needs to wait and force me to be the one swinging. And this is sort of just like a consistent trend. Whoopsies. Yeah, I get knocked down there. This is crazy. This is not supposed to work. So what normally happens here, and you'll see, it's like pulling me. See how Chip's Gamma Blade is like pushing me away? Usually, in a situation like this, spaced Gamma Blade, like it will like Happy Chaos clone me away from hitting Chip here. But I was just barely on the edge and was able to grab Chip. I was actually really surprised that I grabbed him here. And then I get the air dash back with my I-80 back JH, which I think is a really good decision because it'll cover that, and then it will also like catch him if he tries to dash up 5k, do anything, right? Yeah, he changes the music every game.
Yeah, 100%. It's like he's looking to change the theme of it. Oh, he even asked his, like, you agree with this song? I respect that from Marvello right there. Oh,
okay, I whiff punish.
Jacko able to get hers in response. Only one minion established, able to get the second one through, and now with his attack command.
Yeah, good DP.
Again, the DP works out on the first attempt.
Bursting that combo.
Oh, yeah, the guards have been so on point with Eddventure as well, really making sure that...
See, so that is something that I've been working on. A lesser me would have backdashed after whiffing that 5H, but I knew that, like, Marvello was prone to squirm in a situation like that. Dude, the bridge of my nose itches so bad. So I just sort of sat there. I sort of sat there and waited. And of course, I eventually got hit, but I think it was the smarter decision to not, like, boil it down into... To not choose to willingly put myself in a situation where I was at risk. And yeah, he gets a little combo there. Traps me in the corner. I'm mashing there. I figured he would reset because he knew about my meter. I thought that he would maybe think that I would do something. But thinking about it, Suki Banzai is actually a really good choice here because my super is a command grab. I live though. Yep, BRC forward, get him. I throw here. Yep. And he doesn't burst. So every time you burst in a situation like this, you're guessing. Because I can kill you with an RC combo here. And so if you're going to commit to bursting on this hit, you need to hope that I don't go for the RC route. And instead go for the super. And then you get out because you're bursting. But, like, you know, obviously if I RC, your burst gets baited. So he didn't go for it, chose to play it safe. And I get the kill.
Eddventure, again. That's the way. I like that backdash here. Not afraid to give away real estate, knowing that he's confident.
Yeah, running away.
Eddventure doing such a good job moving around with the minions right there. Even as they get chipped.
Good DP. Oh no.
Fast, the character he is in the back throw. That's huge.
He whiffed his own throw.
Okay, gets the throw.
I get the throw.
GG, no.
Air dash back overhead, and at this point, like, yeah. I checked the movement approach. So Marvello does this interesting thing. Marvello really likes, after a burst, to run up and then just immediately put you in button to button. Like, he'll press 6H here to catch my 2K, or he'll do, like, Rekkas to catch me backdashing or something. And I think here he actually did Rekkas. Yeah, he did. But I just run up and press 5H to hit him. And I kill him. Motherfucker goes to Lars Canyon and then picks the orange color. I didn't recognize this at the time. Bro was trying to camouflage. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm saying, if I lose, you know I'm gonna change it back. And he says, yeah, alright. Okay, he gets me. Yeah, I burst there. So, very interesting thing about Chip. This was actually a really risky burst. His 2S on hit is safe enough that he could actually block burst here, which is really strange. Not like moves like this don't exist in the game. This is like something that like XR and Plus R have a lot of moves that on hit are just straight up safe to burst.
A little better here for Marvello. Burst comes through, and unfortunately, it feels like every time the burst comes out, Marvello just is kind of locked out of the round.
So that was lucky. He was fucking about. He could have killed this minion so easily. like, look at that. I think going for Jacko's instant overhead in Tournament is kind of a bad decision. With the current rule set in mind. Like, obviously, if things were switched to PC, you'd have to maybe reconsider, and I'd have to get really, really good at doing that. But yeah, he's using sure again. He air throws me though. I fucked up reversal super there. This is a huge fuck up. Not keeping me in the corner here is like, I'm like, okay, this is huge. I press my 2D here, not much he can do to punish it, and then I 6B.
He stubbed his toe on the halo. He did. He really did. The spikes on the ends of the joints. I don't think the VRC to slow down radius in a Jacko, so free to do that 6B, and you had a jump 2K.
Okay, I don't remember what I was doing. I was mashing. Oh no, I was mashing throw. I remember what I was doing. I was mashing throw. Like, I wasn't even like doing a fuzzy timing. I was just fucking mashing it. Get the air throw. Yeah, just sort of waiting to see when he'll commit to his movement.
Oh, excuse me.
Does get a kill on the minion here, but the life bar is dwindling.
And then,
This
so
could be
I've
it.
sort of got him walled out here.
Second minion right there, but he wasn't quick enough. He got counter hit on his own, leaving him at just a little bit of chunk of life. The MDs are there. Trying to fake out.
Yeah, he moves.
Doesn't matter.
He must have thought I would pull a minion and run away.
After a dominant 3-0 victory, I was feeling great headed into Grand Finals. But I knew my opponent wouldn't make it easy. I had to fight MFCR, one of the best Leo players out there, representing Venezuela, and also attempting to score his very first major victory. MFCR is known for playing with the heart of a beast. Leo is a high-health character with lots of strong call-out options to catch the opponent backdashing, and MFCR uses them to their full extent. Tons of reversals, tons of callouts on backdashes, and especially a ton of hard callouts on offense such as throw or berserker slash. Going into this match, I was well aware of Miguel's unique playstyle, and I had a plan. Jacko wins in this matchup except for when it comes to offensive and defensive relationships. Jacko has a significant upper hand button to button versus Leo, zones him very effectively, and can build meter much more efficiently than he can throughout the match. The problem is that on defense, Leo sports the best reversal in the game, a powerful flash kick that blows through Jacko's attacks and turns the tides, allowing Leo to start his win condition completely free of charge. And on offense, Leo's looping mix-ups combined with Jacko's low health meant it would be easy for me to get steamrolled. My answer? Return to neutral. If I was confident that I could win the mid-range game over and over again versus Miguel, I didn't want to put myself at risk of getting hit by a flash kick and losing on my own offense. And with my immense experience in the matchup and Miguel's more offensive-focused style, I felt I could catch him in an uncomfortable spot if I stopped him from being able to RPS with me and forced him to play that neutral game. With this plan in mind and the championship belt at arm's reach, I sat down and prepared to play my Grand Finals match.
And yeah, I was the I was the one who mashed through the intro here. In case you were wondering. In case you hadn't already figured that. Wait, did my headset just turn off? Are you guys still hearing audio? So I immediately take the burst and then hit the run through. I air dash away, go back to zoning. And you know, I bonk him, get the knockdown, get some serious damage, get cheer up here. I do it again. He calls it out this time. Like, this was an immediate, really good adaptation. I'm sure that he noticed that I was backing away on my own offense. And so he goes, and he calls me out here, and he gets me, right? He gets me here, on the throw. I take the combo. He drops it, though, and I bonk him. Oh, that's so cute. Look at the little star effect. Look at that. Aww. This game has such great attention to detail. Is it on the 5H too? It's not. But it's like on all of Jacko's minion effects. I knew about them on the minion effects. And I burst on that because the life is about even. And obviously he's got like hell to go through. MFCR. I drop these microdash combos in this set a lot. I wasn't dropping them earlier in the set either. But like, this combo continued. I just messed up. Like, I don't know why I was doing that. But I knock him into the air, hit him with the far slash. And so this is a matchup where I can really afford to press buttons into buttons, because Leo just doesn't have the tools to whiff punish a lot of my faster buttons really fast. He can press his 5H. Like, you really need to be actually pressing buttons to counter poke. You don't need to be like running in and getting close, which is sort of just where Leo defaults to. So I feel like, yeah, I can really afford to do shit like that. That's the perfect example. Bop. We are at worst 0 here most of the time. Like, if he backdashes perfectly, like if he backdashes super early, he could be 0 or plus. But in that specific spacing, like, very good chance I was plus here. And yeah, I bonk him. So the play for him here, once again, I was talking about this with Marvello. You don't go button to button here. You don't go button to button here. I whiffed my button. I can commit. I can hit you with this big commitment for doing anything. So you just walk back. You walk back. You crouch. You do anything, right? I dropped the combo. And once again, like, I dropped that combo a lot. I go for the throw. I thought he would flash kick. He counter hits me. Yeah, whatever. No wall break. Or, I mean, no super wall break.
Nice bar. Close that distance a little
I
bit.
escape. This was a very cocky press. I don't know why I thought I could land and then press something.
First option here, and then afterwards,
Like even in the moment, I was like, yeah, that was really dumb for me to press there.
that was a sick combo. Too quick, RC. I want to get to this
He
ground.
still doesn't even kill me here.
Jazz, now on life support.
And being able to survive all of these
Being
hits
alive is scary enough.
is helping me build my burst. But yeah, see, I run away a little bit there. Knock him down. This sucks. I miss my micro dashes a lot in this set. I don't know why. I tried to micro dash close slash here. But I was, I mean, I fucked that up like multiple times throughout this set. I think I was just so close to the win that I was getting a little nervous and my execution was getting worse. But I mean, who does that not happen to, right? And at least in the things that mattered, I was doing really well. I defended really well against Leo back turn this set. In fact, I got hit like once or twice against all of the times I got put in back turn. I get scared. I tried to gold burst here because I thought he would like run at me and press, and he did actually. I just thought that it would be able to get him. Yeah, and then he kills me, and I'm shaking it off. I'm like, whatever, man. That's really funny. That's a funny interaction.
Spaghetti back and forth. Eddventure looking like he's having a good time. MFCR looking like he's fighting for his damn life. Real man, Eddventure, all smiles, all rainbows.
He flash kicks me here. Fucking insane, deranged flash kick. But he punishes that. Like, you know, my grandma could whiff punish that move, right? I blocked that. I could have thrown him, but I was a little skilled. Why did I? Yeah, he gets the backdash BOC, and I get bombed. So this round is looking over. But if you've seen this set, you know that. So I get my hit here. I drop my combo, but I push him far away. I bonk him. Health bar's looking a little better. I get my meter. Now this is the moment. This is the moment that you've all been waiting for. So let me tell you what I'm thinking here. I have been watching Miguel dash and then hesitate. And then dash and then hesitate. And then he's been doing things late because he's been scared of getting checked. And so, I'm like, you know what? He's gonna delay this anti-air. Damn, he's not doing shit. He was doing shit. I don't know what he was doing. Look at me, I'm like, woo!
Robbery in the first game, you see MFCR holding his hands up. He's like, how the hell did that hit me? Wow. Oh,
And look at Miguel. He's like, oh, what the fuck, man?
He's still shaking his head. He was like, how did that happen?
He's explaining to me, he's like, I tried to jump, man. I don't know what I was doing. I tried to jump. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, dude. Miguel did something. Because of those letters right up there, those 6 letters. Punish. That means he did something. It would have said counter if he had done a button. You know what I bet happened? I'll tell you exactly what I think happened. Working theory, he tried to jump, and as he tried to jump, he grazed the slash button with his finger. Like, in jerking his hand upwards. He grazed the slash button, and it registered as a DP. That is my theory.
Genuinely, bro.
So this is a little bit of a litmus test I'm doing. So immediately after that, I was like, I need to play some psychological games right now to keep this, because this is a crushing moment for Miguel. Guaranteed. Like, no way you're happy. So I'm like, let's see what the emotions we're feeling here are. Are we feeling anger or are we feeling fear? And this is like kind of an interesting way to think about it, I think, because that's definitely what was going through my head. And the emotion was fear.
Genuinely, bro.
Because I do a minus move 8 million times on block and you DP. That is fear. Anger would have been mashing, because that's the correct play. Anger would have been mashing or maybe backdashing.
Oh my God.
Blocking for 5 years and then DPing, that's fear. And see, look, he's going for big baits. He's really trying not to get thrown into the corner. He gets thrown into the corner anyways because he really wants to mix up. Yeah, see, he's just moving. He's not really committing to anything, but he's getting normal hit, right? And this kills. He had a little bit of risk that was unscaled. There was proration on it, but the most successful back throw. This was really good. I thought I had seen him backdash my throw here at one point. And so, like, if he had tried to tech this throw, I would have gotten back thrown. But I knew he would backdash. I don't know what they're talking about. That's the optimal. Yeah, I do the damage. Honestly, I feel like maybe I shouldn't have gone for the damage because it gave him meter. And he uses it. I get out. You know, and then it's zoning time. Okay, he gets me. So I'm right that he's delaying the 5H there. There is a little bit of a window on that mash where if he's not actively timing his 5H perfectly, like, I can mash and I will get through. Like, it's a little bit of an OS. Obviously, it's like very easy to call out if you're actively thinking about it. It's more of an execution check OS than anything, but it's something that he needs to call out, right? Something that Leo needs to think about. And so, you know, I'm going for it. It's not ready. And also, I mean, I was just right? Like, he went for a delayed overhead. I get him on that. That was a reaction, and that's how that was one of the moments where I was like, okay, I am on for this set. Get the cross up. Get the throw. He blocks the same side that time. Sorry, I'm at the same side on the last one. Yeah. Yeah. See, he's scared. He stands up and moves. He could have just pressed a button. Yeah, exactly what he said. Hesitation kills.
Yes, one of my favorite lines in history is, "He who hesitates is lost." It cannot be more accurate than when you're watching fighting games. Oh, okay.
Okay, I blocked that.
Guard point actually.
And so this was a smart adaptation for me, I think. I air dash out after that JD because there's nothing you can really do to catch it. I'm schwiffing my buttons. I'm schwiffing. He whiff punishes me, and at this point, I'm like, okay, I need to slow down on these whiffs.
At every single stage here, gets the fireball out, the cross, it's the jab.
Yeah, get the throw on the third close slash. I felt like he would go for that. I didn't think he'd go for a throw bait. This was an interesting moment because there is a combo here. I can kill here with 6H even. But if I do that with 6H, he can burst it. And so here I had decided that obviously getting the burst out is a big deal, and going into game 3 with burst with him outburst is like a huge deal. But I decided I can win here. I don't think Miguel is making it past this minion, especially if I just do this, right?
The reset is here. He's gonna reset. Eddventure with a 3-0 in quick fashion too.
And
I had scored the win against Miguel, but this wasn't the end. You see, I started my top 8 run from loser's bracket, meaning I was playing grand finals on loser's side. A player can only be eliminated from the tournament if they are in loser's bracket, and MFCR was playing from the winner's side of grand finals, meaning I was only halfway done. If I wanted the belt, I had to defeat MFCR once and for all and eliminate him from the tournament, but with some serious momentum and a strong desire to win, I continued on with the set and reached out for the finish line.
yeah, and I'm getting him to cheer for me, and Miguel's like, oh fuck.
I don't like his head change from MFCR. When he plays his best and he's playing confidently, this guy's got the alfalfa. He's living right now. Yeah, bro. MFCR looking more trouble than we've seen him all top 8. Oh my god.
Yeah, but like, see there, I can go for like a safe jump here, but I had like repeatedly seen that Miguel does not know how to get through the minions in neutral, and so it's like I don't want to use my bar to run offense on a character like Leo when I know that I can take away resources. Okay, I was just feeling myself here. I was like, you know what, fuck it, take me to the next round. So when I was watching Hotashi, this was something really interesting that he said. He said that it was actually a bad decision for me to do this super, like even though I was riding on the adrenaline of before, because he said that punishing that super might have been a mental switch for Miguel, like just something subconscious. Being able to punish the super that fucked him up so bad in that first game might be the thing that he needed to turn on and, you know, get back into the games. But I agree with that line of thinking, and I think it's really interesting. I get the IB and then the throw. But yeah, see, I pull out the minion, I clap, and then the other minion still there gets him. Now he's in a very risky spot, but this was a really good block on the 2D. So I eat the combo because I think I can win without bursting, and I was right. See, yeah, he's getting hit by the like fake minion pull and then frame trap. That was really scary for me. If Miguel had capitalized on that clash, there was a lot he could have done from that. Yeah, he crouches. That's something I really like to do as Jacko. Air dashing in after doing a JD like that, or like getting a minion on you like that, you're so preoccupied with thinking about the fireball or the fact that Jacko's plus. Like, Jacko's plus. She's going to be setting her shit up. She's going to be adding another wall that, you air dash, and then it sort of just catches them thinking about Jacko on the far left side of the screen, or, you know, on the side switch far right side of the screen, and it's like, oh, look, she's over here now. Were you thinking about what to do if she was over here? Hope not. You know, like, hope you were. Yeah, I dropped that 5k again on the micro dash. I don't know why this was happening so much. But yeah, like, you could see how dedicated I was to this zoning by this, because I go back instead of in. Ends up not working because I miss my 5H on the minion. But yeah, I thought that he would maybe try to YRC, and there it is again, those drops, man. Yeah, he 6Ps the minion, and I hit him with the JD. The offense, and then the jump from Eddventure, even the Florida crowd isn't immune. Yeah, I get out. I really like doing this. It's just an extra little bit of damage tacked on, and I like to do it against characters who I don't really want to run corner offense on, because sometimes the wall health is much more important because it lets you reset during your offense. But like on a 5k hit, I will totally go for this recall combo on a character with a DP. Because that wall health is whatever. I'm not really going to be breaking that wall. Or, like, I'm not worrying about running my offense to the point where I break the wall anyway, because I'm just going to go back, right? I should have known that that combo wouldn't work. Now, this was a really interesting adaptation for me. I knew he was going to gum up and try to, like, air-to-air me or air-throw me, but I also knew, like, going up here was probably the option that he wouldn't expect, because I'm locked into falling. I don't have any air options left. And, but I can, like, RC forward or RC back. But I RC up, and he goes for the JS. And then I get him on the wake up 6P, which was a poor decision on his part. Should have sat there and blocked. Jacko 2D, babe. Why did I say babe? I don't know. Just got bonked. Whatever. I just wasn't blocking. I just wasn't blocking. Leo 5P is very good against minions, yes, but Miguel is not really focusing on killing the minions. He's trying to get past. Yeah, okay. He gets out of the way there. Yeah, get away from him. So I missed the cancel on that. Get the throw, yeah.
important winners finals for Marvello. Eddventure definitely is playing clean with that Berserker slash.
I could have gone for a close slash combo here, but you saw how many times I dropped the close slash combo. I just felt like consistency was the way to go.
I love that. For the Oki,
Keep him in the corner.
Sustain out a flash hit range again.
And then I hit him with this air dash cross up, which not even the fucking Lord could have expected this to cross up.
He's so smart.
And so I blocked the burst, because obviously that's like a shock. Oh, shit.
Oh, and then punishing the burst. Point.
So a lot of people were asking why I spent meter here when I looked at chat. The answer is, I wanted the minion bar back, and so I used the super to get it back, and he had waved bye-bye already, and I was like, oh, okay.
Elysium driver
Because this is like no
straight
damage.
As leader, minion
But, you know, I
interrupts,
bought them
and the
anyways.
soccer kick to put it through. It's an 8-game win streak right now. The snowball is huge for Eddventure. And there it is again, the back throw.
Yeah, I hit him with the cross up that time. 6P there, bad decision. You don't ever want a 6P there against Leo. So Leo does not really press 6P-able pokes. That's just not a thing that the character does. His 5H isn't 6P-able, he doesn't press his far slash. 5K, you really, I mean, you don't want to be trying to 6P 5K. Usually there's other things you can be doing to deal with that normal. And then his 2K and his 2B, 2D, yeah, and like his 2S.
He just finds throws out of magic everywhere. He always seems to have a way to get there. Like legit, bro, every time the opponent is hiding cornered, he gets either back throw or he gets the instant air dash out and he gets the cross up button. And right here, he's gonna stay switch again, or excuse me, side switch, but the minions prevent that.
She can get a similar thing against Soul off of 2K2D, where she does like the same setup but manually timed, and because of the difference in timing, it actually does make Soul's TP go the wrong way.
What's your
But
adjustment when your opponent's playing perfect?
that's obviously not off the throw. Yeah, so the 236K there, he thought that I was going to pull a minion. He started holding forward, I bonked him. And this is huge for me in a matchup like this. Like, look at all this chip damage that I'm doing. Hits me with the 2D. Yeah, I mashed out again. At this point, I just want to tag on the damage before that burst happens.
So close. One more interaction, anything. And he's still got him in the corner as well.
That was a big mistake. I messed that up. I didn't think the minions would bounce in the way that they would, in the way that they did. My idea was that Miguel blocks the minions, and then he thinks that he's plus because Dust just happened and he blocked, and so he dashes at me, and then I hit him with a low, and then I take the burst. But it just bounced over a second. I make it out. Yeah, I'm pressing. Bursts me into the corner, and then he goes for a very risky run through. I grab it, and then that is the tournament, and then
And so there you have it. After a dominant 6-0 Grand Finals set, I had defeated MFCR and won my first major. Obviously, I took it humbly. I had finally accomplished my goal. After more than a year of attempts and failures, I was the first player to ever win a major as Jacko. This meant a lot to me, as it finally felt like all my thousands of hours of practice and frustration had culminated into something real. A massive, super awesome championship belt that I can hold, cherish, and hang up as a reminder of my success. This will not be the end of the story, though. I can't stop now, right after my biggest success so far. I aspire to not only be the best Jacko player in the world, but to be one of, if not the best player in the world. But the road ahead is long and arduous. My next goal is to qualify for a slot at the Arc World Tour, and I'm going to be practicing just as much as I was before to give it my best shot. If you enjoyed this video more focused on my competition, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to make more of them if and when I travel out to other majors. For now though, that's all. This has been Eddventure, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.